Hey guys, we're going to look at a game that uh, he had every right to win. More than that, it was completely, totally his game. But then he faced this problem, one of the biggest problems in Go. How do you win a one game? Really, it's all strong players know this. That's the hard thing to do. Okay, let's have a look. I'm white, 5 stones. This guy, this always perturbs me. Let's look at a few options. First, the straightforward one. Let's have him just fix the corner because there's no co-fight here. So, well, let's just have him fix. I'm confused. So we'll start with him fixing. And how about I fix? I'm sorry, I Atari fix and then fix. And at which point he should get out. Better for black. I'm not all that settled. For instance, he can play here. If I want to stop him from connecting under, I guess this is the best way of doing it. And I have an eyeless group, which means once he plays here, I need to do something. Here? Okay. So I'm willing to use the word equity here. It's like somewhat even. I prefer the black stones. Black having Sente right now, very valuable. Black's territories are very solid. White still come in. So I certainly prefer black. Well, so I don't like taking here. I didn't like it in the game. I didn't play it. So then what else? Fixing. Kari fix. Really, I don't see a way to take advantage of this. Now, at this point, I'm clueless. It spins in your head and it's like, I don't know what to do. So maybe the answer is obvious. I don't know. But I'm not seeing anything clear. So I started the wraparound. That felt good to me. It still feels good. Let's say he saves. I save. If he takes the corner, I feel pretty solid about my group. And his corner's not territory yet. Still don't feel great about it. So I can't find a good answer. Okay. Maybe someone will do some study and send me an answer. Okay. He plays here. I take Atari down. Atari, very big Atari. Atari. Okay. And down. I was delighted with this. So maybe the answer is I did figure it out. But again, I'm pretty confused about it. Save, take, okay. The only negative, Atari out, but no problem. I'm stable. Okay, so let's pause here. You know that whole thing, take a breath. check out the board, what's going on. I'm feeling great about my A group. Just, it can go anywhere, do anything, big, strong, feeling great. My B group certainly appears to be very settled, no problem. His C stones, I don't see them doing anything. I'm fine on both sides. I don't care about them. If he runs out, it just doesn't bother me. His D corner is most certainly alive, but it's not like it has that many points. So I feel that white has gained a solid stone here. Okay. End of pausing. I'm feel pretty good about that. Now, he plays here. I went into confusing mode again. I don't know what to do. Here? Well, okay. Just so let's have black attack, just so we have something to look at. If I say Atari, we'll have him drop down. Now, in Ko, assuming black wins Ko, I don't have an eye yet. Let's say I play here. I still don't have an eye, right? I can't capture the stone. On the other hand, there are two Kos there. He makes a Ko threat, I respond, he takes, I take. So given double Ko, maybe that means I'm absolutely okay. See how confusing that is? Goes hard, goes really hard. So maybe this is the answer. It is on the edge, keeping things clean. I didn't do this. And I don't know. I went here. There's no cut. I like that. I'm very out. I like that. Does this capture? Let's find out. Boom, 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 boom. Atari, save. Yeah, captures. So this captures. This is one of the benefits of having thickness is it got out, but then it was still near thickness. So I could still take it. A little example of, I mean, thickness is great. I learned to use thickness. That's probably the thing that brought me to one done is grasping that, the beginnings of that. Then professional, oh, they use thickness great. Then top pro, just amazing. Then AI. AI is absolutely crazy. They use it uses thickness. Wow. That's an interesting thought. Anyway, yeah, they're quite something. So I played here. So I feel good. There's things like he can play a move like this. Okay. I'm not feeling too disturbed about that. If he runs, I still feel fine. So I like my move. Perhaps the edge is better. Perhaps. Okay. So far, acceptable. He plays, seems obvious. I play, he plays, seems obvious. I was going to say this seems obvious, and it's a good, strong move. But anytime, but especially in handicap, you look for, well, can I do more? So a simple readout, Tari, save. If black tries anything, Tari, and we're all connected up and good. So bare minimum, if I play this, I'm perfectly fine. And if you try something like Atari, connect, well, then I kill the cutting stone. So I feel good about, okay, no problem so far. I like the haunting. One might argue that coming out's better. Okay, I don't have a problem with that, but this is still a fine move. He comes out, little bit of reading, I can come out. He comes out. Now, altogether, what should white do? White should fix. Did I fix? No. Let's ask why. Now, I want to ask the question because we all don't fix plenty of times. It's like, how often? Let me put a stone. I want to make it obvious and I don't see. Oh, here we go. Let's do it this way. When you're peeped, what's the proverb say? Even a fool feels when he's peeped. It sounds like that. I don't quite have it. So it's like, it's an obvious thing to do. Save the cut. But we all find a reason to say, well, if I do this instead, then it's even better, right? We do this thing. And I did it. I'm like, well, the approach. And you got to admit, it's like, it looks good. But the thing is, you want to face the game. The next 150 moves goes a long game. You want to face it with a position you can trust. And this fell apart. Okay. He falls it apart. It's a cute way to say it. Come on out. Okay. Now, since I didn't save the cut, it puts you in a certain mindset to continue to not save. Now, I think this is something we've all experienced. And here I am thinking, oh, instead of the obvious move, I'm now connected, safe, I have points, I'm alive. Instead of the obvious move, in order to make my mistake earlier good, oh, this will work. And indeed, it looks like it's going to be fine. Really? So I guess I wanted to show the quirkiness that we all step into, and it's just really hard to stop. He comes in, I'm figuring it's fine. I'm really quite confident at this time. He can't cut me. He comes down, I don't mind. Tari, connect. That's the connection I should do. That saves everything. Now, it leaves a cut, but that's really not too much of a problem, I don't think. But there's this mindset, you got to keep up with your original problem. So I save on this side, which is fantastic on the right. Wow, amazing thickness on the right. I'm going to kill that whole corner, which I do. But I left the weakness. He comes in, which is actually a good move. And we need to ask about the A stones. What's their value? Will they be attacking the B group? No. Will they be attacking the C group? That is kind of two separate groups. No. Will they be attacking the D stones? Those are valuable stones. Well, no. Let's connect this way. If I cut, it's captured. True, but what about, for instance, this? Well, the entire black group is weak. So they do have value. They have value. But I'm kind of thinking not all that much. And besides, here's my excuse, I can always take Ko. So it's going to take him 2 moves to capture it. Now, that sounds great, but it's not true. So I play here thinking, I've got this. And if he fixes, I've always got the Ko. So I'm feeling like I'm, on track here. He connects. Great. On with my plan. Well, wait. When he Ataris, I can't save. If I save, capture. Okay. If I take Ko, double Atari. The Ko has nothing to do with it. Now, a lot of times we'll come across situations, the Ko has nothing to do with it. Yeah, but this was based on, I started a weakness saying, I can do more. And to make the more come about, I always have to leave the weakness behind. And every step along the way, I should stop and get back on track and fix it. And I never do. Okay, so he plays there, and I'm like, let me just fix. He takes. And I'm like, well, I don't mind giving away the 8 A points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to 12 points. That's not a concern. And I couldn't really cut anyway. Now, it does mean his C group is absolute. So it hurt. And he's got a lot of points and absolute strength, which is a real, you just don't let your opponent get absolute strength in handicap games. Very powerful. Anyway, so it is by all means a negative. However, I've got some good moves in, and I have Sente. So let me check my phone real quick. If that was the wife. No. Okay. So if we started with 5 stones, I would say it's now a 6 to 7 stone game. Meaning I've lost a stone and a half. That's maybe 2. I mean, that's a pretty serious loss. I mean, look at his points, center access. White's downright weak on the left now. This kind of black thickness, White can die. Maybe 3 stone loss. I don't know. It's pretty bad. But I have Sente. Okay. So pretty bad. So black should win this easily. He doesn't. Just one of the points of the video. How do you win a 1 game? Okay. I come here saying, let's just make sure His corner's dead. I'm good on the right, because without this, he can play anything instantly. Like he can play here. Oh, I need to kill the corner. Great. Well, then I live on the right. Everything becomes easy for him if I leave the Aji. So I get rid of the Aji. Okay. I feel good about that. I would do it again. Okay. He plays here. Painful. Look how, oh, he could kill me so fast. So I just make my base. I mean, what? Here? No, that's just stupid and ugly. So I think this is correct. He comes down. I make my living shape. I'm paying my dues here. I'm playing little moves, little living moves. I want to make sure I'm alive. Me paying my debt. He comes up, come on under, come on in. Now, I'm not convinced of my life, but it's pretty darn close. Comes out, and I start the next phase of the game, hoping that I'll be okay. Well, let's have a look at it since we're here. Tari, assuming I don't play Ko, assuming I'm saying I'm simply alive, he comes down, boom, boom, boom. Life? Life. Okay. So I'm alive. Good. I come in. And his bottom air is pretty nice. Maybe I should start here. I don't know. So I start here. Pinches, excellent pinch. I come up. He comes up, which I think is the correct move. Let's look at the alternative. He saves here. I come in. Boom, 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 boom. Possible he doesn't have any weaknesses, but his whole center is just torn apart. And there's probably Ko in here, and I can enter in over here, and moves like this or Sente, and it's like, I don't like this for black. His move, wow, the entire bottom left quarter of the board is a black monster. So I think he did the right thing. Oh, but what about this? Oh, just live. That's not a problem. Just live. Now, if I'm him, I'd live this way. Feels a lot more comfortable. This is like, it got a little bit close to death, but not too bad. Okay. So now what? Well, I find I'm a little concerned about my cuts here. If I come this way, I'm just going to die. Okay. If I come this way, well, first, there's two cuts here, and second, I'm still cut. Okay, that's a problem. I have a problem here. So I say, I'm not looking so much to actually fix, but rather get a lot of movement. So I'm saying either I'm going to build a big wall and take a big old right side, or get a nice connection with a little bit of, and that's the most likely, little bit of access to his quadrant. So this isn't necessarily to save the cuts, but to do something large. Okay. He plays here, and now my cuts are safe. That's, yeah, all safe. Let's just look at this real quick. Once I get it on the right button, he cuts, Atari, connect, no cut. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about the cuts. He plays here. That seems all right. I don't see anything going on here. Seems good. Any reason I would play here? I don't see why not. This is just simply stronger, but hard to think of this as a bad move. Uh, for those of you who don't know, this is the classic move when this one's difficult. We come in like this. The idea is we either have a great A move or a great B move. That's the idea. There's a few, we haven't looked at this one in a while. If he comes down, uh, normally, this is not normal. There's just a lot of black stones around, but white tests black. The pattern, we usually start here, right? He plays something like this, then we come in, and then we come up. This is kind of like the pattern, right? But I just want to look at over here. Boom, boom, boom. So black has an option. Do I stop white or do I strengthen myself? If we stop white on a normal board, black has to be concerned about a move like this. This threatens to cut and kill. If he stops, then, oh, lots of Aji. Let's just take off these stones over here. What's black do? This? Really? No, can't do that. Just get torn apart. This? Well, first, you still have a cut. This is not easy. And often, the entire black move, the entire black group at A, can have problems. So the point is, there's a great deal of Aji here. So the most common response is here. White does the living, and then this is just an in-game. Whoever gets there first, it's a medium-sized in-game move. Now, one benefit for white is if white does take it and black ignores, then white picks up an eye. So white's likely going to be the one to get it in. Okay, so that was a lot about this guy. This is pretty common nowadays, maybe more common. I'm going to stop myself from telling this story. So, since AI, this has come back to being the most common Joseki. Okay. Man, it's hard to not tell that story. Okay. So, on to the game. Tari, down. Fix. Now I have my option. Do I go about my life or do I come up first, which makes for better life? Well, if I go about my life, there's a lot of black stones around here. What am I going to do? Run? No. Is this alive? No. It's not even alive. Well, what about, running? Where are you going to go? Going somewhere? It's nothing but black stones. So I went ahead and pressed. Now I'm thinking I'm alive. Okay. He said he agrees. So he's no, I'm going to kill you. Okay. Tari. Now I think he should probably play here. So this, go take. Now I can take, but there's no co here. I mean, well, that's a bit of an overstatement. I mean, each step here, black can take the ko, but even so, it should all be fine. And even if we go one more, it's one I know why. White just dies. So I think black should play here because white's captures really nothing. But he plays here. Okay, that means this is Sente. Then I get the contact. So it's black's last chance here is to pull back. Then the question, can white find life? I think the answer is yes. Killing looks pretty hard. But he plays here. I cross cut. This is only one eye on the bottom. If black plays here, well, let's look at a few options to be sure. Black, white, black, white, black. One eye on the bottom. Let's look at another option. Black, white, black, white, black. Oh, that's alive. Okay. What if we do this first? So it looks like it's just one eye. I had assumed it was just one eye. I still think it's just one eye, but there's some variations here. I would need, 15, 20 minutes to go through every single one, make sure that, and then get absolute clarity. It is or it is not. It's hard to get to the actual conclusion you can trust. Decades ago, I was 4 dan at the time. Maybe I was 5 dan. And Jujo was doing a little workshop. And in the workshop, he'd lay out a life and death problem. And we'd all study it and discuss it. And he carries around these life and death problems. I want to say in his briefcase, but I don't think he had any papers. It's just in his mind. But I'm trying to say he uses the same ones each workshop. Even that's not necessarily true. But anyway, he's been using this one for a long time. So we're all studying it. We're all studying it. And one guy says, well, what about this? Doesn't this do such and such? And Juju says, no, because of, but wait, what about this? And the guy came up with a brand new solution. And Juju's like, wow, this problem either takes 5 minutes or 10 years because he's been had the wrong conclusion for the 10 years. He had no idea. Okay, so boom, the Ataris, while this is better, but all the same, the Ataris. So I'm assuming I only have one eye. So Atari, boom, 2 eyes. But there's something to read out here. Okay. Let's go with the game continues. White takes a point. The game continues, and black says, bam. Most of you know this. Well, just Atari. Atari can't save, must take. False eye. Okay. So when I got to this point here, I'm making sure. And there's no way I'm pushing here until I'm hyper aware There's a lot of black stones, so you can't like, oh, I'll run out and get an eye over there. No, 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 no. You have to be very careful. So I'm being careful here. He comes down. He did a lot of great stuff in this corner. I feel that I'm pretty strong here. Take away his life, surround him, come on in the corner. I did some reading here. I felt pretty good. And, okay, check out the weaknesses coming. See those weaknesses in white's position? This white move is the one that takes the right, but it's leaving weaknesses. Comes in. I'm glad to get this in. If we read better, if we read more, perhaps this is better. I'm kind of thinking it's better, but you can see why. Hey, bamboo joint. But, boom, 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 all that in Sente. Let's pause. My A group has an eye, one eye. Black's B group, no eye yet. Okay. Jumps in, I go to surround, he plays here, kill the stone, boom, into the corner. Sente, okay. I decided to deal with Sente this way, which I still agree with. Comes up. Check out my A group. That happened fast. I have one eye. His B area. Ooh, that's starting to look like an eye. Hey, Tari, which here's where he goes wrong. Tari and saves. Now that's a little silly to save there. Thank goodness he saved there. I was either going to be dead or it would be Seki. So I play the beautiful move. Most of us would find this because there's something obvious about it, but there's actually a lot of very cute readouts. Boom. Come on down. Tari, down. He can't kill us. Tari. Okay. My A group, 3 liberties. The B group, 3 liberties. I win. Even though I have an eye, I'm already surrounded on the right. He doesn't have to use up any liberties. So my eye doesn't matter. But if we take that ko back, well, I guess it still doesn't matter. But no, it does, because it would have been, where would he put that instead? He would put that here. I surround, he says Atari, it would have been a ko fight. Well, pretty big ko. He could have anything he wanted. So luckily, he did the horrible move of filling ko. Who fills ko? But he got pretty excited about, if there's no ko, I can make the Seki or do the kill. Okay, so I surround. He throws in, cute. I just say Atari. Okay. So now I can't say Atari because he just captures me. Okay. He starts in. This cute move here is getting closer and closer, but not yet. This is a really big endgame. Really, really big. I come out. And now it's just endgame. I don't think there's anything else special. Endgame, endgame. Just endgame. Nothing else. Something in the here. Oh, right. If I play here, I want to look at the principle. Let's say he has to respond. So far, there's no loss. I put in a stone, he puts in a stone. But at that point, if I fill and he has to play, and I fill and he has to Atari, then that's 2 points in the corner he lost. He had to put in 2 stones into his own territory. So that's what I'm after here. I can't think I'm going to kill him, but he plays here, boom, 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 has to play here, Atari. So he has to play 1, 2, and then eventually the third one. So I got 3 points by entering his corner. Now I want to go back and just take a peek at that. This move gained me 3 points. Now I'm kind of making a point of that because it took me years. Back when I was like 1 down, it's like, wait, what? What? But you didn't kill him. Yeah, but I gained 3 points. How did you gain 3 points? It was a little hard for me to grasp that you had to take those extra moves. Okay, good. So hopefully we saw some about how to win a 1 game. I don't know if we did. I mostly shared my confusions. Okay, guys, catch y'all later.